guys, Lizardlea here for the rest of Mother's Day 2023. Yeah. Sorry it's not 4 Heavenly Beasts, but I think I'm feeling better today. I might still have a fever, I feel really hot. But otherwise, I'm feeling better, so that's nice. But I still don't want to cross stitch right now, so more flowers. Have fun! Okay, so I have to begin by apologizing because David will not be joining. And this time it's actually not because he is at his dad's. He is just miserable because he had surgery on his septum. So his nose is very sore and, he just wants to relax, which he's supposed to do. So he should keep doing that. If you're watching this, handsome man, you need to go back to relaxing. Enough time has not passed since your surgery for you to be doing crazy things. Although I don't think you do crazy things when watching my videos. Assuming you still watch them. I don't know. You claim you do, but what do I know? Okay, anyways. I haven't done a ton of watching movies and stuff on my own without David, but I do have two. The first one is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I haven't seen that movie since, gosh, I want to say high school, maybe even younger. And in my memory, I loved it. It was really funny. It was really good. The two actors had really good chemistry. It was Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. Is that who it is? Now I have to Google it because I'm not sure. How to Lose a Guy. Oops. If I knew how to spell, that would help. I know her face, but I don't know if that's her name. Kate Hudson. Wait, is that what I said? I don't even remember if that's the name I said anymore. Oh well. But so, Kate Hudson's character works for a magazine, and it's, like a girly magazine, but she cares about politics and things happening in the real world rather than just clothes and makeup and stuff. And she wants to branch out, but, her editor-in-chief, whatever the boss's name is, I don't know the title, she's just yeah, no, that's not what we're about. That's not what women want to read about. So we're not going to have you post that. And she's wrangled into writing an article on how to lose a guy in 10 days. How to make him just, completely fall in love with you and drop him. I don't know that phone number, so I'm not going to answer. And then Matthew McConaughey, his job, I don't even remember what his was. It was buying jewelry, selling jewelry. I'm not really sure. I wasn't really clear on that, and I've definitely forgotten at this point. But his is, his bet is that he can get a woman to just absolutely fall in love with him in 10 days. And he's like, oh yeah, I can do it. And so of course, they wind up with each other. And so he is doing everything that he would not normally do, because her character, she's acting psycho. She's like, I got us a love fern. And then she cries later when he lets it die. And she's like, you let our love fern die. And so she's trying to push him away. She's trying to do everything that will make a normal man leave. And he is doing everything to keep her because he wants her to fall completely in love with him. And hijinks ensue. It's still a really good movie. It's absolutely contrived, but I think it's still very enjoyable. So I liked it. The other movie I watched was A Silent Voice. It's an anime movie on Netflix. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but that's where I watched it. And I don't want to go into super spoilers, but I mean, like the first 10 minutes of the movie, you get this. There's a little girl in 6th grade. She just started school, in a new school. And you realize almost immediately that she is deaf. She has this notepad, and she's like, if you want to talk to me, please write in this notebook. And at first, most of the kids embrace her, and they're excited to communicate with her and talk to her through the notebook and, give her notes on the lectures, because the teacher doesn't know sign language, and, she's deaf. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried this, but trying to read lips is not easy whatsoever. And so it's going great at first, and this boy behind her starts picking on her, and it just gets significantly worse and worse and worse, until at one point, everybody in the class is taking part. Whether it's because, they're talking about her behind her back, which obviously she can't hear, and, they'll say it to her face, but she can't read lips, so she doesn't know that they're saying terrible things to her. And she'll ask, can you write it in the notebook? And especially, like, one of the girls that originally was her friend and was excited is now just, pushes the notebook away and is super mean and nasty. And I thought immediately it was because she had a crush on the boy that was picking on her the worst. That is up to you to decide if that's how you view it or not. And then it escalates. They learn she has hearing aids. And the boy rips one of them out. Or does she only have one? Oh, you know what? It's been long enough. I'm not sure now. But, he starts pulling them, out of her ear and, throwing them outside, and they're on like the 2nd or 3rd story. So they break, throws them in the river. So they're broken, they're destroyed. And eventually he yanks one out, and it causes her ear to bleed really badly, to the point that in the future she has a scar there. And the principal, the dean, whatever position, it doesn't really matter, comes into the classroom one day and is like, hey, you guys, this student is getting bullied. The mom has stepped forward and is not happy about this because hearing aids are very expensive, and she's lost or had damaged 8 of them. And so he's like, I need you guys to tell me who's picking on her. So everybody's quiet, and then the teacher actually slams his hand on the chalkboard, and he calls the boy that is the main one who started picking on her, he calls him out, and he's like, we all know it's you, just admit to it. And so then all the other kids start piping up saying like, yeah, it's him. And there's one girl, she made me so angry. She was like, yeah, I'm always asking you to stop and you won't listen. So he finally speaks up for himself, and he's like, that isn't true. You guys have all participated. You all pick on her as well. And then the girl starts crying and is like, oh, I can't believe you would accuse me of that. You're so mean. Oh, you guys, when I tell you, if I had been in that classroom, I would have called them all out. Like, I do not suffer bullies. And then I do not suffer people that cannot own up to their mistakes. Oof. Oh. So, eventually, he goes from being, one of the most popular kids in school to now he's the one constantly being bullied, which is so hypocritical of the other students that, you know, they all trash talk him and tell him how horrible he is for picking on that deaf girl. And now they're all picking on him and treating him like exactly how he treated her, minus stealing the hearing aids. And then we jump forward. So that was 6th grade. There's a time skip to, I want to say there's 16, 17? Closer to, you know, like mid-high school, the end of high school. And he has suffered from how badly he's been bullied, to the point that, like, he has a really hard time looking people in the eyes. And I don't want to, like, spoil all of it, but I also don't want to give people false expectations. Like, I was not necessarily disappointed in the movie, but there are definitely some themes and some things that you see that you should be aware of, you know, like trigger warnings before you watch it. The bully, tries to kill himself. I think the most you see is, you know, him jumping off a bridge. He survives, but he does try to kill himself. And, or maybe he just gets onto the ledge and he doesn't actually jump. Could be remembering wrong. Either way, he is not dead. And, you know, you figure out pretty quickly that he's depressed, as one would be for being bullied for years, you know. And you also learn the deaf girl has grown up and is super depressed, and she blames herself for, like, everything. Anytime someone is mean to her, like at one point a girl slaps her across the face and the deaf girl apologizes. Like, she just hit you, girl. No, I understand you don't want to defend yourself, but she hit you. You have nothing to apologize for. And, super spoilers, because this is towards the very end of the movie, she also tries to kill herself. Also unsuccessful. And, you know, so I spent the whole movie of just being like, I want him to redeem himself for how horribly he treated her. And I felt that he did. And, you know, he genuinely wanted to be her friend, and he genuinely became her friend. And I shipped them by the end of it. And the deaf girl herself even admits to him that she likes him. But because she speaks it instead of signs it, he can't understand her. And he mishears and thinks she's talking about the moon. So she gets embarrassed and runs off and never tells him what she actually said. And the movie ends with him starting to overcome his fear of looking people in the eye and his anxiety. But they're not actually together in the end. I think I read online that it's based on a manga, and in the manga, they do end up together. But in the movie, you know, that does not happen. But, I don't know. I am interested to hear what other people have to say if they watched it and they think, like, yes, he redeemed himself, and she did like him. It's okay for them to be together. Or if there are people that are like, nope, it doesn't matter if he's, you know, been forgiven or not. He doesn't have the right to, you know, try and date her or anything. I don't know. I'm intrigued, you know. I will say I was never bullied as heavily as she was, or as drastically or anything. The people who did bully me, I don't know. She has so much self-loathing that, you know, maybe that's why she was okay with most of it, and, you know, was able to forgive him so easily and so quickly. Although, honestly, in her eyes, I don't even know if she thought he needed to be forgiven. Yeah, it's a powerful movie. I will definitely give it that. Like, it does a really good job of showcasing what it feels like to be anxious and all of that. So I don't think it's one I'd ever rewatch, and I don't think I'd recommend it for everyone, even if there weren't suicide attempts. But I think, you know, if you saw the preview and you're okay with everything I've talked about, I think it's worth it to watch it. Especially if you don't have anxiety. Maybe then, you know, you could see what it feels like for some people. Obviously, not everyone is anxious in the same way and about the same things, but yeah. And I like to believe that I think most people can be forgiven and, you know, they can overcome their dark feelings and their dark thoughts and change. Like whether it's because you were a bully or you were bullied and, you know, you have a lot of self-loathing because of that, I think everybody can overcome that. Like I've been depressed before. I know how horrible it is. It's not a good feeling, but having good friends and people to talk to and people to hang out with, it makes a big difference. Yeah. Sorry, that was kind of heavy. I went from a rom-com to a drama, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the weird trivia thing that I was on, where I'm apparently a genius if I can answer everything, but I already can't, so I'm not a genius. 46. Which of the following do Tom Hanks, Michael Keaton, Ellen DeGeneres, and Owen Wilson have in common? They've all had a series on NBC, they've all voiced Pixar characters, or they're all recipients of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Okay, I know Ellen and Tom Hanks for sure have Pixar characters. A series on NBC. I have no idea on that one. And then Presidential Medal of Freedom. Yeah, I'm going with Pixar characters because I don't know. Ooh! They've all voiced Pixar characters. Tom Hanks voiced Woody in Toy Story. Michael Keaton voiced Chick Hicks in Cars. I don't remember that character. Ellen DeGeneres voiced Dory in Finding Nemo. And Owen Wilson voiced Lightning McQueen in Cars. Oh! Ka-chow! I loved Cars. Chick Hicks. I don't remember that car. It's a very interesting name. Chick Hicks. Cars. Oh, a random green one. Was that the one that was really mean to him? I think it is. It looks like it. I don't know. I believe it, though. It's the one I went with. Which city is further south than the others? Bangkok, Thailand, Athens, Greece, or Las Vegas, Nevada? I'm thinking Las Vegas or Bangkok. Like, I'm pretty sure Athens is more north than Las Vegas at the least. Bangkok, Thailand. Ooh. You know, I kind of want to see a map that has Thailand on it, just to see if I think it would be higher or lower than the U.S. Continental map, Thailand. Okay, so that is really south. I think I'm gonna go with Thailand. Like, it's even the most northern part of Thailand looks really high up. Like, it's I mean, I've already cheated because I can see Europe in this one, so I know for sure it's more south than Athens, but I think I'm gonna go with Thailand. Let's see. Oh, it is Bangkok, Thailand. All right. Which of these has never been an Oscar category? Best casting, best story, or best assistant director? I feel like it's going to be assistant director. So I'm just going to go with that. Oh, no, it's best casting. Really? I feel like that's a really easy category. Huh. I appreciate that the assistant director is getting some love, though. Okay. Which is not a South American country? Guatemala, Guyana, or Uruguay? Isn't it Uruguay? Isn't Uruguay in... No, wait. Okay, South American country. So is it Guyana and it's Africa? Oh, God, I don't know. No, it's Guatemala. Guatemala. Wait, where's Guatemala then? Or is it just not part of South America? What? Guatemala. I feel like I'm about to have my mind blown. Oh, it's Central America. Oh, whatever. Jeez Louise. Fine. Yeah, I'm a dum-dum. I've said it before, man. My geography, not always on point. Usually not, in fact. Which of the following was invented first? Televisions, radios, or hair dryers? I mean, I feel like hair dryers are the least advanced, so I feel like they would have been made first. Yeah, I'm gonna go with hair dryers. If it's not hair dryers, I'm gonna go with radio, but I'm thinking hair dryers. Yeah, hair dryers makes the most sense to me. Televisions were invented in 1927, radios were invented in 1895, hair dryers were invented in 1888. Oh wow, that's actually significantly closer for radios and hair dryers than I was thinking. Huh, cool. Which of the following movies does not have Paul Rudd in it? Forgetting Sarah Marshall, 10 Things I Hate About You, or the 40-year-old version? I'm pretty sure it's 10 Things I Hate About You. That's, oh, what are their names? He was in A Knight's Tale. He was the Joker in The Dark Knight. I can't remember his name. And the other one was, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I remembered it. I was going to say 3 names, and he was in Inception, but I remembered it. So yeah, I'm going with 10 Things I Hate About You. If he was in that movie, he was like a background extra. Nope, 10 Things I Hate About You. I was right. Haha. I don't think this makes me a genius. I'm going to have to disagree on that one. Which of these songs was not released in the 1990s? Wonderwall by Oasis, Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera, or Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears? It's Wonderwall, right? Didn't that come out?
It had to be, because I think the other two didn't exist until the 90s.
Yeah. David has ventured out to the kitchen, and he also thinks it's Wonderwall. Because Genie in a Bottle was... I remember watching it on MTV, and Oops, I Did It Again as well, which actually could put them in the early 2000s rather than the 1990s. But I feel like Wonderwall's older than them. Okay, I don't know. It's Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears.
When was that?
It came out in 2000.
Oh,
okay, wait.
Earlier.
So, what? Did Wonderwall come out in the early 90s then?
That makes sense.
Because it has to be the oldest one, isn't it?
I believe it is, yes.
Wonderwall. 1995? Wait, so Genie in a Bottle came out before Oops, I Did It Again?
That surprises me.
Yeah, I thought they came out like one right after the other, and I thought Oops, I Did It Again was first. No, Genie in a Bottle was 1999. Wait, so Christina Aguilera was making music before Britney Spears?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, because I heard Britney Spears first.
Yeah, Oops, I Did It Again was the big...
Yeah, the big girls' song hit of my childhood. Huh. Which of these is not the name of a Pokemon? Oh no. Datetka, Cacnea, or Lapras?
First one?
Yep, it's the first one. Cacnea was that cactus one that James had, and Lapras is one of the original 151, so that one's an easy gotcha. Dateca. It has a link. Why is it a link? What is it linking to? I don't want to actually open it, but I want to know. Is it like a fan-made Pokemon? Because it's taking me to Pokemon.com. Is it just them searching for the name and it coming up with nothing? Oh, it's so you can actually search for the Pokemon. That's kind of stupid, but okay. Oh gosh, it's long. Okay, which of these is a difference between amphibians and reptiles? Amphibians are omnivores and reptiles are not. Reptiles are cold-blooded and amphibians are not. Or reptiles have hard-shelled eggs and amphibians do not. Okay, I'm pretty sure reptiles are warm-blooded, so it's not the second one. Amphibians are omnivores and reptiles are not. I feel like I've seen reptiles... Okay, they definitely eat bugs and other animals. Do any of them eat, like, grass and stuff like that? Reptiles have hard-shelled eggs and amphibians do not. Ooh. Amphibians are omnivores. You know what? I think it's the hard-shelled eggs. I'm pretty sure amphibians have soft-shelled eggs, don't they? Oh man, I don't know. Reptiles have hard-shelled eggs and amphibians do not. Okay, that's the one I said. It was the last one. All right. Which of these is not a soft cheese? Emmental, Gorgonzola, or Camembert? Y'all, I legitimately have no idea. I like cheese, but I don't like cheese that much. I don't even know what makes a soft cheese soft. Like, what's a hard cheese? I don't even know the difference. You know what? I'm going to Google that. I'm going to learn. I probably won't remember, but I'm going to learn. Hard versus soft cheese. What is the difference? Soft cheese is unripened cheese made by coagulating casein, milk proteins, with acid. Hard cheeses, on the other hand, are aged or ripened and made by coagulating milk proteins with rennet and culture acids. The ripening process is aided by bacteria or mold. Ew. So I think that means I like soft cheeses more? I don't know. I'm going to go with Emmental, because that's just... I've never even heard of that before. Oh my gosh, it is Emmental. I also haven't heard of Camembert. I'm pretty sure I've heard of Gorgonzola, though. Gorgonzola? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Anyways, which word goes before moon, bayou, and blood? Red, warm, or blue? Blue moon, blue bayou, blue blood. I think it's blue, right? Because warm moon? I've never heard that. Red moon, I've heard. Red bayou? Red blood. I'm going with blue. It's blue! Ha, 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 ha. Blue moon is a type of full moon. Blue bayou is a song. And blue blood means aristocrat. David is wandering around. I think he's gone back to the bedroom now. Which of these is not a suit in a normal deck of cards? Heart, ace, or spade? That would be ace. It's the ace of spades! Ace, okay. There was an image of a bunch of cards before it told me what the answer was. I was like, wait, what? Which of these animals has the most legs? Bee, octopus, or crab? Does an octopus even technically have legs? They have tentacles. Are they gonna try to pull a fast one on me with that? Because I think the order is octopus, crab, bee, if the tentacles count as legs. Okay, I'm trying to envision a crab in my head. You know what, actually? Is it a crab? Or maybe they have the two on the left, the two on the right, and then the big claws, which would only be 6. But I feel like they have more than that. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna Google a picture of a crab just so I can actually see. Because no matter what the answer is, I want to know. Because now I'm starting to lean towards crab. And maybe it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, so it's equal. Assuming the two main pincers count as, oh no, wait, that's just a drawing. That's not a real, okay, hold on. I need to see a picture of a real crab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the two pincers would make it 10. If those count as legs. So it should be a crab, I think. Although, no, this crab only has 6 main legs and 2 pincers. So it looks like it depends on what kind of crab. Interesting. Huh. Not all crabs have the same number of legs. I feel like an octopus, unless it has like a deformity or an injury, it's always going to have 8, right? That's why it's called an octopus. Okay, let's see. Crab. Bees have 6, octopi have 8, crabs have 10. There we go. You learn something new every day. But I will say, if you Google pictures of crabs, not all of them have 10 legs. So this is not a guarantee. Which of these historical figures was born first? Joan of Arc, Leonardo da Vinci, or Marie Antoinette? I'm leaning towards Joan of Arc. I feel like the order it was said is the order of who was born first. Like Joan of Arc, then Leonardo da Vinci, then Marie Antoinette? We're going to find out. Joan of Arc. Okay. Joan of Arc was born in 1412. Leonardo da Vinci was born in 1452. And Marie Antoinette was born in 1755. I was right. I am so proud of me in this moment. Like, history was always my worst subject, especially compared to geography. But I got it. 60. Which of these is not considered a mother sauce? Hollandaise, bechamel, or sofrito? I don't know what any of these are. Hollandaise. The answer is sofrito. In French cooking, there are 5 mother sauces. Bechamel, veloute, hollandaise, espagnole, and mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a mother sauce? I know nothing, you guys. I don't like condiments, so it doesn't matter.
And that is the end of the second half of Mother's Day 2023. I got 10 hours and 37 minutes of footage. And that's because I did 2 extra layers on every flower. Oh, I am not getting that. I need to stand up. And of course, all it does is show the reflection. So, yeah, you can see I got the silver and the shiny iridescent layers in there. I don't know. It's gonna be up to Kim if she would rather I take the pink and blues out and just make it all purple. And even, you know, put in a background color, because I just used the fabric, because I worried if I put that iridescent in the background, it would just pull away from, you know, the flowers looking, like, popping. I don't know. It'll be up to Kim. Happy Mother's Day! I hope you liked it. By the time you see this, you have already gotten it, I assume. If not, Happy Mother's Day! It was done in time! It is Saturday at 9 p.m. The night before Mother's Day. Also, the nice thing is, it's facing the right way. Yeah, this was exhausting. Oh my goodness. Woo! My hands are just done with me right now. Yeah, I am calling it a night. I'm exhausted. So, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. I'll see you guys next video, which should be for Heavenly Beasts.